This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here. This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Man.
Anyways, I don't know why my camera's gone off, but love, can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why my camera's just gone off all of a sudden. But big up anyone, make sure you smash the likes if you can hear my video. So yeah. What are you saying?
Nothing, man. What you saying, bro?
Nothing. Just waiting for you, lot. Why is this? It's like this.
Imagine if I'm doing this. Manchester United we're talking about. But yeah, your camera's good. Your camera's good now.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Big up to everyone in the chat.
Oh. Right, here's Minna. Of course it is. Here comes the waffle merchant.
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Yes,
bro.
yeah.
Been a while since I've done a panel, to be fair. So you know, it's good to get some different opinions on something a little bit different, something more fresh. We got Gyökeres to talk about. I know some of you don't like him on his panel. Apparently, he's allegedly, anyways. I think it's coming out from his agent, and I don't think it's actually concrete. But you know, apparently, Arsenal set to bid for him, and you know, he wants to go there all of a sudden. So yeah. There's a bit of a transfer headache right now for Amorim and the crew, Man United. So it's like back to square one when it comes to this number 9. Eventually. So, but yeah, man, what are you making of this whole transfer window anyways? It's always right now, it's pretty much the same old news for the past week.
Yeah, we moved quite quickly on the first two, which is good. Now we just need to get in a striker, and these guys need to just get us one in quickly. Obviously there's Osimhen there, he's hanging about. Go get him.
That's the one.
He's exactly what we need. He's obviously probably the best striker in the world right now. Go get him, bro.
Yeah. What are you saying, Marwan?
Big up, man. Big up, everyone. Big up, man. Big up, Minna. Big up, my bro. Yeah, man. I'm just there. What are you man saying? All good?
Yeah. How comes every time that you're live, you know, everyone wants to be around you?
What do you mean?
Like every time you jump on the stream, yeah, it's like, you know, the missus, everyone wants to be around you, innit?
Bro, no, trust me, bro. Even this little man, look. I swear down, look, Minna.
Wait, is that win? Is that lose the dog?
No, this is no. You know what we're calling this one? Premier League next.
What, 21?
21, bro. 21. Big up everyone, man. Yeah, man. Big up, man. I'm actually looking forward to this show, man. We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, man. Everyone's been busy, innit? And to be fair, I mean, it's actually kind of easier just to go by yourself and talk to the comments. So yeah, man. Just being about. A man said Nunes is available. I hate you lot. See, this is where people are going to start suggesting strikers. But yeah, man. Look, there's a lot going on with Man United side of things. You know, we need sales, man. So it don't actually matter which way we want to look at it. Man, them, if we don't sell no one, we're not buying no one. That's the reality.
Yeah.
After Bumo's done, there's all. Like, I went live earlier, and there was obviously, look, Garnacho is wanted by A and B, C teams. Rashford's not on his way anywhere at this moment of time. Anthony offer loan with an option, whatever, and so forth and so forth. Man United's in a bit of a predicament as it stands.
We're asking for 70 million for Garnacho, no?
No.
It come out today that he was only asking for 50
million. 50 million, yeah, man. I think
is correct.
Bro, I just think we just have to be a little bit patient, bro. I think someone's going to come in for Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho. Something's going to happen there, even if it's 20 mil on each or whatever it is. We just got to be a little bit patient. But I think
Sancho's got to follow Lingard out, man. Go to Korea or something.
There's a few players that need to do that, bro. Bruno could have been one of them this year. Not there, but, you know, on his way out.
Yeah.
I love how you've turned on Bruno now.
Well, I saw something I didn't like.
Bro, from one thing, he saw one thing. I said, "Yeah,
What
that's
happened?
it.
I don't know
Bruno's
what
done
happened.
for me."
Yeah,
No, I don't want
what
to.
happened?
Actually,
I
I don't
don't
want to
know
say
what
too
happened.
much. No.
This guy was defending him like he was
I know,
his dad in the
but
group chat.
Yeah, of
Kaz,
course.
it's not that
Look,
stream. Kaz, it's not that stream.
I still think obviously Bruno's a quality player and a quality individual player. He might not be the best team player. However, I saw something that I disagreed with, obviously, and then from there I just said, "Nah, forget him. He's a prick." But still, I still stand
Kaz,
by
let me
it.
give you.
He's a good player.
Let me give you a head. Does it give a Z? Does it give a Z?
No, yeah, it does. Hey, do you remember why?
Oh, you talking about that?
Do you remember why he didn't like Messi? Do you remember why he didn't like Messi?
Yeah.
No. Bruno left that though. 2 years ago.
No, but apparently this is a new thing, no?
No. They clipped up and said Bruno's still a part of it, but he left that 2 years ago. He only joined it for 2 years.
Oh yeah, my God.
Oh, now he's back on the bandwagon. Oh, it's crazy.
No, you
it's
see
crazy.
what I'm saying, bro? I'm not, bro. Minnow, don't change, bro. Bruno.
Yeah, look, someone put in the chat. He left in 2023.
You man are off your head, man. So yeah, man. Man United's transfer business. Look, back on track on all of that, right? If it's not Gyökeres, who?
Osimhen. Has to be.
Realistic.
I'll take Mateta, bro.
I'd rather take Mateta over Gyökeres as well, to be fair.
Not over Gyökeres. Oh, that's a close.
So what is it about Gyökeres that you don't actually? Wait, all right, cool. Let's break it down. What is it for you that you don't like? Even the comments. I'm reading your comments. If you don't like Gyökeres, let me know what it is about him that you don't. It's just not your fancy.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, we need a very big, drastic change from what we have. Yeah, that's why we like it when Xerxes comes on, because he's a completely different player to Højlund. He can play in the tight places. He can take 1-2 touch, bop the ball off, play with the players around him, bring them in. Højlund can't do that. From what I see of Gyökeres, he's not that guy either. All he does is turn around and run at the goal with his head down.
I mean,
he's that kind of guy. He's a bit. He's a bit too much like Højlund in that way. Like, we signed Højlund from Atlanta because that was his main strength. He gets the ball and carries it with his head down. That's a lot what like Liam Delap looked like as well. We don't need that kind of striker right now. We need a player that can play in the tight spaces, take the one touch, bop the ball, play with the players around him, just like Osimhen does. Osimhen does that, literally. He plays the one touch moves and gets in the box and scores. And do you know what I mean? We need that. We need a Xerxes with end product.
Yeah, do you know what you're asking for?
They don't exist though. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine?
We need another Martial. That's it.
But they don't exist. They don't exist. The one that plays remotely close to Martial these days is probably like Isak, man. The one that went right. That's what Martial was meant to be.
Yeah, but
we're calling him young Thierry Henry, bro. Like,
but apparently we're linked to João Pedro. Is he not a bit like that?
He is. He's the closest thing.
No, but he doesn't have goals like that. Really.
No, he's too inconsistent. We're linked with João Pedro. No, we're not. He's doing Newcastle.
A week ago we were.
Yeah, that's an easy.
I heard something about it.
I'm telling you,
I wouldn't mind him, to be honest. I actually wouldn't mind him.
I don't want him. I don't. You know what? This is my thinking around Gyökeres. I'm Gyökeres defense league right now. Yeah, is because the fact that Højlund's been so trash in the way he plays, instantaneously we put our mind say, oh, he's like that. That must mean he's gonna also fail because he's like that. Bruv, Højlund is a scrub. Yeah, doesn't make the right runs at the correct time. Can't carry the ball without losing the ball in between his own feet. Yeah, and he's an absolute Bambi. When it comes to hold up, it's okay sometimes. Gyökeres' link up's way better than his. He's nothing like Højlund for me. Now, for my part for Gyökeres is I don't want the same profiles we already have at United. Now, I think Xerxes actually works really well with both of them. But my whole thing is, okay, but what comes off the bench? If Xerxes gets injured, what do we have? What's the next option? If Xerxes don't work well in let's say we need someone more in the box, right? What else do we have? And we don't have that person that's going to run in behind. AK, this is why I would prefer an Osimhen or a Gyökeres, right? But Osimhen is, I don't know what's going to go on there, but I think there's opportunity, and I think United should be all over that personally, because I think he's got his dream is Manchester United. But I think that's dream versus right now, who actually doesn't mind coming to United, even without the football or Champions League, is Gyökeres, which is more of a reality. See, I think like there's a waiting game, and the fact that the president's come out and said what he said, there's a good opportunity for not just Man United, but Arsenal to probably say, well, you got a player that wants out. So that's why I say I'd rather have a profile that is going to run in behind that strong ball carrier. Let's say when it is a Man City, I don't want Zirkzee playing against Man City. I want Gyökeres playing against him. High lines for life. Yeah. I want Gyökeres against high lines for life. Do you get it? Them sort of men are gonna kill these lot. I feel like it's disrespected because of Nunes. Nothing like Nunes. If Nunes could, I said this loads of times in our year. So disagree with me if you in the comments. If Nunes could finish, he'd be regarded as one of the best number 9s in the world. His the way the spaces he runs into and the opportunities he creates for himself. If he could finish, he'd be insane. If Nunes could finish, he'd be insane.
You're crazy.
I think playing as a striker at Liverpool, you're gonna get chances.
But now we got him boot. Now, cool. I love that you say that. But with Højlund, the difference is look what he had behind him slyly as well. In fairness, but now we've got Mbumo and Acuna. Don't you think whoever goes up front could kind of cook a little bit, no matter who should be up front? That's how it should work. No matter who's up front should have an ample opportunity of getting multiple goals.
Yeah,
big
but
up
also,
in the building, by the way.
With those two players around you as a striker, you should also be looking to create for them. They should also be eating off you. You know what I mean? You should be carrying defenders away. You should be popping the ball around with them. So they need a player that can play. No, I don't know about Joe.
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. See Gyökeres, bro. The one thing with him, most of his goals have come from inside the box. He can finish, bro. Yeah. So this whole thing that he can't finish, bro. Listen, he's physical.
No, I know he can.
Finish, and bro, the one thing with Højlund, like you can say he's physical, which I don't think he is. You can say he's got pace, which I don't believe he has. First season, imagine how can you lose pace over one season? Like first season, he was blowing. Second season, he's bulked up. I don't know what the hell's happened there. He doesn't look fast. He doesn't look fast. He doesn't look stronger. He just look bigger, but it's not making sense. Gyökeres is not that, bro. And when I watch him finish and shoot, bro, it's crazy, man. I don't know how you're thinking. Even Cunha and Mbumo and Gyökeres, bro, that's Avengers like assembled, rude boy, bro. That's getting goals. That's getting goals. It is. Cunha, man. Mbumo and Gyökeres, bro. But listen, just give me the ball in the box and I'm gonna finish it. You see, Højlund can't finish, bro. That's why you need
to watch Gyökeres more. The times he's looked good, he's had space.
Bro, no,
I disagree. Not all the time.
I've watched. See what I look at, cuz I'm not gonna lie, bro. I look at the types of finishes. Because obviously you can't watch every 90 minutes, bro. You can't watch like every because you'll probably see him do. So it's the type of finishes that he's doing, bro. And when you're seeing him put it top bins, chip a goalkeeper, put it bottom right with power, free kicks, bro, he's just blasting them in like Zlatan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how's he getting his goals? I'm talking about build-up play. What is he doing during that?
He's running onto the end of that.
Okay, what does Osimhen do?
End of the ball.
Yeah, but that's what Haaland does, and he gets 30
what Osimhen does
in the league.
That's what Osimhen does. Osimhen
does. Osimhen plays. You can smash the ball into his chest.
Yeah, no one's bullying Osimhen off the ball.
No, I agree with that. But what you think someone's bullying Gyökeres? You've seen the size of Gyökeres.
Well, the defenders that I have is Gabriel and Gabriel. He absolutely dealt with him, but that's Gabriel.
Osimhen does it all. That's why I want Osimhen. He can do it all. He can do the running.
So can Gyökeres, but Gyökeres is the worst nightmare for any centre back, bro. Mother's life. Any centre back. If you go close to him, he's just gonna tick it off to someone and run him behind. Yeah. And if you try and man mark him, bro, one little header, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's that much of a gap between Osimhen and Gyökeres, bro. If anything, Gyökeres is a better finisher.
He is a better finisher. He's a much better finisher. He's a 10 times better finisher than Osimhen.
Apart from the 400, apart from the wage demand,
bad finisher. Osimhen can do it all.
Osimhen's not that great of a finisher, you know. No, he's not. Trust me.
He is. He scores mad goals.
Yeah, but he don't score mad goals like Gyökeres does.
Gyökeres is at the top of the list, bro, in Europe in terms of goals right now.
I like Osimhen. I'm not going to disrespect him, but I wouldn't say he's a mad clinical finisher. But one thing I like about Osimhen that he's much better than Gyökeres that is the aerial ability, and I want to become a team that is good at not just flinging in the crosses, but corners, defending. Look, Osimhen's
don't worry, bro. We're going to be doing this next year, bro. Don't worry about that.
Osimhen's all-round game is improving, and you can see that it's improving as well. His hold up, look, he used to have a bit of a baggyish touch, and then he's like learned. He's like, what's
his touch is nice now.
Brother, he's grown, and I really like that about his play because I just know if he's rolling it, he's gonna roll defenders. That's the difference. I like that, man.
He's
I like that
also
Osman a lot.
he's got a tenacity about him, and he's got that little bit of like aggression, and he's a bit of an arsehole, which you kind of have to be a good striker in the Premier
Gyökeres
League.
has
And I
that
just
as well,
don't see
though.
that in Gyökeres that much.
Nah, he has that. He's a cunt. Sorry, excuse my language. but he's
Osimhen's
got
a
that.
fighter. Like he's a
bro.
battler, and he wants to win, and he will carry his team, and he's arrogant. And do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'd just much rather have Osimhen over Gyökeres.
No, you said Gyökeres. I'll take that one still.
Nah, slip.
Yeah, and and at this moment in time, he's gonna be cheaper. But again, it always comes down to his wage demands. How much are you really demanding? Because I know he turned down Saudi, but to stay in Europe, I'm not being funny, but you're not getting that 350, 400k you think you're getting, mate, because you're not.
It's Chelsea.
No, Chelsea don't. Chelsea's go look at their biggest their wage bill, bro. They don't do that no more. We're not trying to do that anymore. I think I'd fork out 220 for him. Like,
no,
with
but guys,
Osimhen.
like, do you reckon? Imagine being offered all that money. So he's clearly not worried about money.
No, but he wants to stay in Europe, but also be paid a handsome fee. Clearly,
oh, bro, that's
and same thing with Gyökeres as well. By the way, Gyökeres wants something like, I think it was like 200 odd a week. If I'm correct,
Mounts on 250
200 a week makes more sense than
it's like work. Mounts on 250.
Yeah, but that's why we need to get rid of him.
Osimhen wanted 180 a week after tax.
Yeah, so that's like 360 in the UK.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines of he's not getting that.
But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of discussions, and this pretty much this is the whole reason for this whole debate. It's just like, do we move on? Do we move away from Gyökeres now all of a sudden, or really and truly, it's actually not that much more money that the president's really asking for? You know, that 60 million is just going to turn into about 68 million. Do you know what I mean? It's still 8 million difference.
You wanted 80 million euros now.
I look at Garnacho, regardless of how he gets sold, we can pay for him and some. Like, it don't really bother me as much. But I feel like we're in a good position right now, where I would say Osimhen looks more likely to be going to Galatasaray than anywhere else. It come out, what's it called, yesterday, the other day, that the Premier League clubs are just not interested
for the price. Yeah,
for what he's Galatasaray are willing to fork it all out. I said this. If no one wants to pay for Osimhen and trigger that release clause, then why don't we just do what Galatasaray did? Why don't we just go and say, okay, you can't exactly get rid of him like that unless he's in the gulag and then he runs his contract over. Why don't you just go ask for a loan? Pay them a small fee. That means you can leave it one more year and then give him an option to buy. How about an option to buy? Say, cool, we'll give you 50 million. If he works out, we'll give you an option. Why not? I think that's smart business for United. We want to go to the loan market, go loan him. How about this? We'll pay his 190k wages. That's right in Man United's whole bucket list. Is that not smart thinking? Get me on a phone call to Jim Ratcliffe right now.
Bro, you got Ben
Jacobs before pre-season.
Ben Jacobs on your line, bro.
Brother, I don't think he's got them minerals like that to
give him a call. Bro,
I don't think he's got the minerals of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I know someone in the chat has got someone's number in it. Someone knows a friend of a friend. One of you, come on, man.
Bro, do you know what's weird though? Yeah, like someone said in the chat, like it's quite funny that he's ended up in Turkey. Obviously, I can see why you said that, but that's more of a reason why someone needs to go for him, bro. Like what you said, man. Even if it's a loan deal, but I don't think they would accept that. It's just, I think Napoli still gets paid off whatever they've got a sell-on value, haven't they? That's why. Where did he come? He used to play for Napoli. No?
Napoli.
No. But he is though. He's still at Napoli. He's still a Napoli
player.
Okay, cool. So how's he going back to Galatasaray? How's he going to Galatasaray on loan? How is no one else going in for that then?
Galatasaray want to buy him out right now.
Yeah. They want to make him their most expensive because of what he done for them, and now they got Sane over the line.
Yeah.
Brother, that lineup, even
Sane's washed.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about players. They seem to go to Turkey, whether it's Galatasaray, more time than less. They all end up happy because it's Turkey, innit? And whatnot. Yeah. I wouldn't want to come up against, personally, we're not going to be there, but I wouldn't want to come up against that lineup in the front. Whatever they're building is mad. I don't want to come up against that. Are you mad?
Kaz, I was in Turkey, bro. You know, yeah, Istanbul, bro. There's 3 big teams. You've got Besiktas, you've got Galatasaray, and you've got These guys are absolutely crazy, bro. They literally they drive around with like their flags hanging around their car with their anthem on blast, and just like they fight, bro. They don't care. But
yeah, it's nuts.
That's why even people going over there now, I can see it. Like they're offering money as well. I think Sane is on about £170,000 a week.
This is who I love. I love this guy at United, man. Santiago Jimenez, man. He's got a mix of like everything.
Yeah, a
Decent
couple
enough
of years ago. He's talking about the Wolves.
No, not him. That's a different one. You know who I actually like? Yeah, is his name Munoz, whatever his name is, from Wolves. I like that guy. We should be looking at him next year if we're gonna get striker now. But he's young enough. He's crap. I think he's really good. The other one I say is him. I think he might be deemed too expensive, maybe. But with Milan's position, I mean, they look like they're up for negotiating anyone's price. I mean, he's only just gone there, but I'm not being funny. I think he's got a mix of everything. This hold up it's cracked. But what's the point of getting someone like that when Mateta's available now?
Yeah,
1 year left. They're gonna sign him a new contract potentially. But before they do that, why don't? That's why I said his Gyökeres stuff needs to be done now before the options get smaller and smaller and smaller.
That's it. Yeah, the one thing that Ineos have done well so far is that they've moved quickly so that Amorim can get his team and do the pre-season with them and stuff. If they're going to start adding players later on and start moving slowly, it's not going to be beneficial because it's not going to be able to.
I'm going to be honest, man. I think we move for the goalkeeper before we do the centre mid. I think it's easier to shift Anana than shifting a central midfielder position.
What goalkeepers are we linked with?
We linked with that Nice's goalie now. But, by the way, the Nice goalkeeper don't make sense, yeah, because even though we're not in Europe, we've been put on a ban from doing any transfer activity with them until September 2025, which is this year. So that Nice goal, because of like new structure in it of like Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos. It's just the rules in it. So we can't do that deal there. So unless you do it in the 1st of September, which you're allowed to do, wouldn't make sense though, would it? Getting a goalkeeper last minute when you played already like three Premier League games. The other one is obviously Emi Martinez. And then the other one that I want is Vanya Milenkovic-Savic from Torino, 17.8 million.
Yeah, we were
really good in all areas. To be fair, I think he's a standout candidate for me. But they clearly want Emi Martinez. Is obvious because why I say we're going to look at a goalkeeper for midfielder is because Aston Villa need to make a mad amount of sales before July the 1st.
Bro, I'll take. I'll take any one of them at this point. Anyone.
You don't even care what the name is, innit? You just think anyone's better than Anana.
Anyone, bro. Even Bayern Day, I had patience with him, but he only had games towards the end of the season, so you can't really judge him. But he's better on the ball than Anana, but we bought Anana to play up from the back. Like it just doesn't make any. But even goalkeeping wise, I don't see Bayern Day as the future. But then again, I
don't even want to see him as the number 2. He doesn't give me any confidence at all. He's shy. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know he's acted up and everything, but you're rubbish. He's rubbish.
Was it that game against Arsenal in the FA Cup?
No, that's the one that.
It's the only good game he's had, though.
It's the one against Tottenham that told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, the game against Newcastle as well.
It was a game where he saved the penalty. I can't remember. Was that
that was the one. That's the one we was watching. Yeah. Minna, you was there as well, wasn't it?
Bro, wait, hold on. Wait, was you in the United? Yeah, Minna was in the United. Wait, no, you was in the Arsenal.
I was in the Arsenal bit,
bro. We were all in the Arsenal end, bro.
Literally, when we scored that final penalty, bro, I was filming it, and they was like, why is he filming that for?
Bro, hey, Minna, me and Kaz walked in, and Kaz like had his mask on the whole time. But when we went through security, like he pulled down his mask, and imagine the security guard clocked him and was like, "I know who you are."
But these Arsenal fans, they were celebrating corners like they were goals.
Oh, bro, it was brilliant. Bro, we were sitting next to Kaz is the worst, bro. I was just remembered from no. See me, bro. I can't hide it. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm a cunt like that. You know what Kaz is doing, bro? He's talking to like this old lady and like her daughter, bro. And he's like, yeah, this is why you should have signed Rashford. You know, this is why we should have signed Rashford. Rashford would have got us goals. And he's like proper egging them on, bro. Like he left that whole stand thinking that he's a Man United and
what did you lot do when Odegaard missed that penalty, bro?
Wait,
we went nuts. We just punched each other. Like, our legs.
I was laughing on the ball.
I couldn't control it.
I celebrated, and then Mino
went up and then went back down, bro.
I went straight back. I was like, no. Like, I was like, because I was gonna think because I thought he scored. I was like, I thought he scored. Like, bro, I nearly gave it away. I swear.
Bro, do you know what? The best bit of that was the ending bit, because Obviously, Man United won, and I was like, bro, as soon as that final whistle goes, I'm
Oh,
not
even
I said, I'm not going to be able to control myself in it. Like, my chest is coming out. I don't care where it was like, bro, we got to go. So we're just like, bro, we both masked up. And I'm like walking through all of these Arsenal fans, and I'm like,
he's laughing.
we got out there. Right, bro, we got in the car, and that's when we were like, all right, cool. Now it's time to celebrate, bro. And all of them are walking past, and I'm like, I'm lucky, mate. No, it was brilliant.
I can't believe I'm seeing this. Zhao, the perfect striker with strength and link up is Nicholas Jackson. He's a Chelsea supporter. Don't you dare. I'd rather keep Hoyland.
No,
You know what? I lied. I might have lied there. I wouldn't want to. I don't want him at all. That's Nicholas Jackson is not that guy, man. I'll be real, man. I feel like we're gonna be waiting a long time. I think a Bumo news probably comes this week, early next week. That's just a guess again. If it's haggling over minor details, I'm pretty sure he comes through the door. But it's like after that, I think we're gonna be waiting ages, man. I don't see until I see like, oh, said club is gonna be in said negotiations with said players, plural, by the way. I don't see us making any sort of moves. I don't know how we do it. I mean, you can talk to players and everything, but you can't exactly make a move and give them what they want by the so they can go and get their replacements.
I think we need another left wing back and we need another centre midfielder.
I think the wing back's going to be. I don't know. I don't think we end up getting it this window.
Yeah, I don't think we end up getting one.
Unless our sales are perfect. Yeah,
you're gonna have Shaw, you're gonna have Dorgu, and you're gonna have Amas. I think, unless he goes out on loan.
What did you just say?
Shaw, bro. Not left wing back.
Sure. No, because we got the three at the back. I think we're already overcovered there.
And Dallo as well. Don't forget Dallo.
I'm talking about left wing back.
Send Shaw to the I'm not joking. Shaw's got what a year left, and send my man to the gulag. If he
How
can't
are we
get
not able to like loan him for that?
No, he's got 2 years still.
2 years.
Oh,
this is Mourinho. This is Solskjaer. Mourinho's doing, bro.
Mourinho, Ten Hag, you mean?
Oh, you're stressing me
out. Ten Hag
man.
who gave him that deal.
Yeah, fucking Mourinho wanted rid of him, bro.
Nah, man, it was Ten Hag that gave him that long deal in it because he stayed fit for 1 year. 1 year, and I swear.
And ever since then, he hasn't played. He couldn't have started more than 15 games.
The guy hasn't even played more than 300 games for Man United
in 10 years.
He needs to write a book about how to steal a living, bro.
Yeah, I think everyone would buy it. Literally, it's a joke, man. It's a long way to go, man. But yeah, so I want to know if anyone's got any other outlandish kind of takes for the striking position. So we said three. We said 3 names. There's no one take a chance on like Jonathan David. Maybe he's on a free. I think he's heavily underrated. He's on a free, and then I know others are going to say some names that I've never even heard of before.
I think just play Xerxes, man. Just keep on playing him, and he's.
What if he gets injured?
That's a good take, man. Because even Xerxes up top with Cunha and Mbeumo, there's goals there, and like what you said, there's a link up there. There's goals.
No, this guy's shit, bro. This Patrick shit guy, he's terrible.
He was good, yeah. 1 year he's good, and the next year he's crap.
No, he's Bundesliga tax, anyways.
I hate this guy. This guy's balloon, man.
Yeah, bro. Like the strikers I want, there's no point, bro. Like we're not going to.
I mean, Harry Kane.
Yeah, someone from Porto.
Get Harry Kane, bro. I would love Isak at United, bro. But obviously, there's no chance. Do you know what I mean?
No. I don't see in a world like this. I know, yeah. This Gyökeres stuff's gonna drag in it. I think that's evident now, isn't it? It's gonna drag. Yeah, but we can't be going into the season thinking that we've only got one striker where the managers doesn't even put him there. Realistically, maybe next year. And what if he gets injured? It's like, well, imagine he gets injured, yeah, in a time we don't need it, and then before you know it. And Mbeumo and Ahmad go to AFCON, but we got an injured Xerxes. Brother, we're left with Cunha and Mason Mount.
Yeah.
That's why signing another striker is vital this summer. We can't be going into next season whatsoever thinking, yeah, you know what, we'll be fine. It will be all right. I don't think it's okay.
Ovi Martin will play a bit more, I reckon.
No, he's going back in the gulag. He's going back on. He can go on loan or something.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the academy. He's nowhere near ready, man.
Nah, he's not nowhere near. It's
unfair. No, I want to see him in the first, like, you know, even playing against in like the cup, like League Cup game.
That's not good for his development, though. I don't think.
No.
It's unfair, man. It's all that pressure on him. He's only a kid.
No. When you got someone like Gyökeres, bro, you're learning off him. You can come on in the last 10 minutes, affect games, bro. You're training with him. No. That's what he needs.
Yeah, but maybe in like you can do that in like 2 years. What, bro? You can go learn off a striker. You can.
But who
try
you gonna
and
send him
copy.
to, bro? What, you gonna send him to Palace or some shit? Like, who you gonna send him to learn off?
Go, there's
Go
bro,
Championship.
there's hundreds of teams out there. You don't even need to stay in the same league. Go to, I don't know, go to the Dutch league, go to the Bundesliga, probably the best league to learn your trade.
Go Championship.
somewhere. Go Championship.
No, you got to keep him. You got to keep. Yeah, you got to keep him in England still. I would.
I don't think you need to. I just need to go somewhere which plays some decent football that supplies for the striker.
Yeah, but you know what the Championship's like. They're gonna kick him up and down, bro.
Yeah, but that's the whole point.
That's what he needs.
Yeah, well, no, I'm thinking more like the last 15 minutes. Bring him on to affect certain games.
That's what Gyökeres did.
Too much, but there's no. You can't put pressure on a kid when United are in such a shite place. The first thing you think you're gonna do, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play a Cheeto. Yeah, no, it's gonna be on him when he comes on the pitch. If Gyökeres ain't performing, or he's not making a certain impact in the game, and you think you're bringing on Cheeto to make an impact, that's not happening.
But there's no way we should be going into next season with Højlund in that fucking squad and not
Højlund's
Cheeto.
not going to be.
Højlund's
Højlund's not going to be there. I know
Højlund
he's
says
not.
he's staying, bro. He said,
No,
I'm not going nowhere.
Højlund said, "I've got a long contract," which he does,
That's crazy,
which is a fact.
bro. I disagree. I think
How can you take anything away from those sort of comments?
Højlund has to go on loan over Cheeto, if you ask me.
It's clear as day. United said they will sell Højlund, and he's got intermediaries that are meeting with some Italian clubs. That doesn't tell me to someone that's going to stay at United. If you're a striker, imagine you're a player, yeah, and you're playing for a club, like even if you're in a Sunday league, and before you know it, your gaffer brings in this bad boy number 9 that plays in your position. That you're a number 9, for instance, bro. You're going to be like, what? And especially as a young striker, and everything that's been going around in the papers about you and what's
I don't know why he wants to stay.
I don't think he wants to stay. I saw reports that he's, he knows his time in Manchester's up in it. It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out.
He needs to read the room and just understand that, like, it's not gonna work for him at this club. He might go to another Prem club and do all right, but
I doubt it. I don't think they'll take a risk on him. Hands down, Højlund is the worst striker in the Premier League. There's no one worse than him. Tell me how much striker is worse than him.
His first season, as first seasons in the Premier League go, it wasn't that bad. We can't even say it was that bad. He scored.
No. Can I just say that he did have a purple patch. He did have a purple patch.
So bad.
He had like 7 goals in 6 games, and then other than that, he was awful. Remember, he didn't score for those 15.
Yeah, his first few games obviously were bad, but we can't really judge him on it. He's like 19 years old, coming into the Premier League. His first few games he didn't score. But then he started scoring, and then he started getting good. And then Champions League as well, he scored 6 goals in the group stages. He was the top goal scorer throughout the whole group stages in Champions League. And then he just this season he's gone totally crap. So is it a confidence issue? Is there a player there?
No, maybe.
Obviously, his
not
touch is terrible, and his touch is terrible, and the way he plays is kind of bad.
We could say this about every player though that we've ever sold, like, because some people would say this about Garnacho. I wouldn't, but some people say that about Garnacho. Like, there was a player at the start, and then it faded. Rashford, the same thing. Sancho,
No. I think there's still some players there. But Højlund is different. Højlund's different. Højlund's different, bro. Højlund's different.
I think Rashford and Højlund are different. Yeah.
No, Rashford, you can still see some qualities there.
No, I agree, but I don't think he's serious about football.
Like even Garnacho, he's bad in front of goal. Yeah, but you can see certain qualities there. With Højlund, when I watch him, bro, your finishing, it needs work. Your touch needs, like, I struggle. Last time I asked you, I said, can you name me one thing he's good at? Like, name me one thing that he's actually good at.
Nothing. He's not good at anything.
He's not. He's
that's why I get stuck, bro. That's why I can't back him, bro. Because at least if you're good at, like Xerxes, you're good on the ball. You got some touches. You can control the ball. You can assist. He needs to improve on his finishing. Let's be real. I think Xerxes does need to improve on his finishing, bro. Those side-footed flipping finishes, like, I don't know. But with Højlund,
Xerxes needs a bit more of that killer instinct. He needs to be a bit more
I feel like you look at United though as a whole. United was crap. It don't help someone like Højlund. Don't get me wrong, but you can't excuse that touch. You can't excuse some of the passes he makes. You can't excuse how many times he's on the floor. I'm sorry. There's more than just the team being bad. You're actually horrendous. This is why I say to even try to say to you last season as well. When you look at players like Garnacho, it doesn't matter if you're 21, 22. Not every single player develops the same, and not every single player is going to become a world beater just because they are a certain age. He's at a certain age. You look at him, what is he, 22, 23 now? I'm sorry. Enough is enough, mate. Like, you're not good enough. The fundamentals are not there.
Who, Garnacho?
No, I've got Hoyland. Even same with Garnacho. I think Garnacho will do well in another league. He'll be all right, fine. There is a good player there, don't get me wrong. But everything that surrounds Garnacho is everything I don't want. Like I say, if Garnacho was black...
No, I don't think he's a good player there.
If Garnacho was black, oh my word, I swear down, there'll be pitchforks out.
No, he's not. No, bro. Listen, he's not shit. Listen, Garnacho's not shit. Garnacho's not shit.
No, he is.
Can we just agree on that?
No,
you don't score that goal against Everton if you're fucking shit, bro. I'll be honest with you.
He's not shit at all. He's not shit. But
so shit players can't score a good goal.
But he's young.
I've seen McTominay score like a head kick. Don't take the fact that McTominay's crap.
I'm not saying shit players. No. What I'm trying to say is the type of goals that he scored. He might not be consistent, but I can't just all out and be like, you know what? He's just shit.
Look at Matisse all of a sudden, Anthony. Brother, man's looking at one of the better players in the league.
That's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. That's why, like, for you to like some of the even that goal. Which game was it? Where we were losing, but then he had so many chances and he scored a banger. Yeah, like, he's got that. It's just he can't pull it off, you know, consistently. But that doesn't mean he's absolutely
but finishing will get better. Even Raheem Sterling, when he was young, like really young, come out of Liverpool and everyone was raving about him. He couldn't finish to save his life, but then one season at Man City, it clicks, and he just.
I think his decision making definitely needs work, and I think his finishing at times, like he needs to put his head up when he dribbles. But I do believe he's still young, and brother, if he goes to Italy or Spain, you know he's going to kill it. 100%.
We shouldn't care because guess what? He's not going to be a Man United player past this summer.
Not
up to worry about no more.
You're saying he should dribble with his head up, but that's not something you can just coach. We've seen that with Martinelli. It's like something you should have.
Yeah, but that's not something.
His first touch is awful.
But not only that, we've played him every single fucking game, bro. Like I'm not even.
He's always done that.
I don't even like how this has turned out. I'm not a Garnacho guy. I'm just letting you know. For me personally, if you brought him on in the last 20 minutes, he can affect games. And
I agree.
He does need to improve on his decision making.
Everything. He needs to improve on everything.
Not shit. Garnacho has to. Someone said, wait, Garnacho has to go. His decision making is worse. Yeah, it's probably the worst. You know, I agree with that. But we've seen worse players, bro. We've seen worse players. Like, do you know what I mean? I reckon he can affect games. I'm just not hearing he's absolutely shit because I just don't think he's that. He's a shit finisher. He doesn't.
How have we become so bad at developing young players?
Because we haven't had a good core for years. The last core that we had anything decent was probably under Mourinho. That's it.
We used to be the team.
I think Van Gaal, Kaz, under Van Gaal, he used to actually nurture the young players coming in. You had Tyler Blackett, you had Smalling, you had Phil Jones.
Again, it wasn't.
Who's the last player we developed?
Rashford.
Is that?
Well, bro, there's a guy in Marseille that we developed, and he's killing.
No, we didn't develop him. No, we didn't. No, I wouldn't count him.
What do you mean we didn't develop him? Of course we did.
We developed it. No, I wouldn't say.
He came from Monaco, innit, Martial?
No, I wasn't saying Monaco. I was saying
Ahmad as well. Ahmad, you could say.
Yeah, even he.
No, but we didn't develop him again, and we sent him out on loan. I guess you could say we developed him. But that was smart. That we sent him out on loan, and then that's kind of developing him.
Lingard was developed. He
was okay. He was okay.
Yeah, Lingard.
He didn't hit his heights.
But you can't put, regardless, you can't put young players into an environment that's been toxic for many years. Obviously, Innes are changing that at the moment. But it's like the team needs to be good as well. It all starts from what's happening on the pitch. If everything is great on the pitch, everything beyond that everything will just fall into place. Young players can play, but the thing is, we can't expect 2, 3, 4 players to make it United. Really and truly, it should be one special player that makes it per every.
But even Rashford, bro, how he made it? Like, two of the strikers was out, and he didn't even go down to the academy for him. No, I swear we went like the below tier for strikers to find Rashford, bro.
Yeah, because we were starving, and then
he came on, he scored, never looked back. Certain players can do it. Pogba was amazing in the academy, and everyone knew that he had to start. But when you got Paul Scholes and you got, Carrick, and you've got players in there.
I know what sent him over the left. He came out of the story. He said it himself when he put Rafael or is it Fabio instead of mid over him when he was there available. He's like, I know it's my time to leave because I'm not going to
like Mino Riola, innit?
So you can't have it both ways then, innit? It's either you get your opportunity and you take it, or some players are so good they don't get the opportunity.
Yeah, we shouldn't. This is the greatest comment as well. Where is it? The biggest mistake was relying on younger players. We needed players in their prime. That's the issue. But that's what United are doing correct. That's why I like what United are doing now. You go get your what we're getting at the moment, and Boomer Cunha, their players going into their prime as we speak. Good players. You look at Gyökeres, or Osimhen or whatever. They're all players of age in their primes. Even when we're looking at our wing-back options, 27 is stupid. And I know he's not the greatest name, but he's still in his prime. Look at the centre mids we've been linked to, like Edison. That's pretty much the only one we can go off of. And maybe the off-link with Douglas Luiz. They're going into their primes. We shouldn't be doing this Chelsea thing, looking at these 19, 18-year-olds and looking at flips.
No, but we need a balance, isn't it? We need good young players that are hungry, that want to play for their position. But also
we got that
at the
already.
same time, we need players in their prime doing that.
You got to remember, we got that. We got Ahmad there. Another year, whatever. Then he should be fully like, this is him. In my opinion, look at Your Own Heaven. I think they're going to develop quite well, as well. Bringing in Mazraoui and De Ligt. This is why they're good signings. Like players like that. For me, Xerxes is a young player. I mean, he's not as young now. He's 23 going on 24, so it's time for him to kick on. Realistically,
we signed on a 16-year-old today. From Southampton.
Southampton, yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, he's cracked. Apparently, he's cracked.
You know what though? Like it's weird, yeah, because like with Heaven, no one wants to use like the age thing, but with Chido, it's like, oh yeah, he has to go alone.
Yeah, because because Heaven's actually can warrant a starting place where Chido can't.
Guys, you know what I think? I think it's because he's had leaders next to him. So he's had De Ligt, he's had Maguire. I'm not saying Maguire, but he is technically a little leader. Maguire, De Ligt, Martinez. He's got defenders there.
What's the hardest thing to do in football?
Mazraoui, you got Euro, you got people there that you can learn off.
What's the hardest thing to do in football?
Obviously, score goals.
Exactly. So a 17-year-old who's just had academy football, he's not leading.
There was that game in Japan, bro, where Højlund couldn't fucking do shit. He came on and bagged on 2 goals. I was like, bro, this is a joke. But I'm not being funny. Like to develop a centre back compared to a striker is night and day different. No, but even when you brought him on, he didn't look horrendous compared to Højlund.
No, but it's easy. But the thing is, it's like that's the issue. We compare him to Højlund. How much better did he look? How much more did he look better than a shite Højlund? Yeah, that much better, but not the greatest. That's the issue. That's why it's like we can accept that because he's that much better. That's what I believe, anyways. But he's not the guy to lead the line. We can't be relying on a 17-year-old. He needs to
definitely need a
young players. Young players need minutes. And Man United, a 17-year-old that's not absolutely generational. Yeah, you're not going to get your minutes here, mate. Sorry, you shouldn't be. You should go get your minutes elsewhere on loan in another league or whatever.
Changed, though, man. Do you remember when we used to have 4 strikers?
Liverpool still have 4 strikers. Technically,
Danny Welbeck.
Barely.
No, they have Gakpo, they have Nunes.
They're looking to sell 2 of them. They're selling 2 of them.
They're
already.
wingers, man. Gakpo's a winger. I'm talking like we had 4 out-and-out strikers.
No, but bro, the way they play them,
you used to have Hernandez on the bench
because they're useless on the wing. That's why. And the one, or Jota's injured all the time. Nunes is there for surplus requirements. Gakpo's a utility player.
Liverpool.
Yeah, that's why Diaz was playing it. They're playing basically players that can do a job.
They could all play off the front 3. Every single one of their players.
As well.
Salah, Gakpo, Nunes, they can all play in that front 3.
Yeah.
They got like 4 or 5 of them.
Well, that's what I say. Man United better not be looking at no young strike. That's why I didn't want the lap in the first place.
Nah, yeah, neither did I. We need a proper, like, who knows what he's doing.
That's why we need Gyökeres Minnow, bro. Come on.
Nah, man. Gyökeres isn't that guy. We need Osimhen. We need Osimhen. That's the only guy we need.
But I'm not being fussy. If it's Gyökeres or Osimhen, let's just say I'm not gonna start crying. Like I know exactly what Twitter are gonna do. They're gonna go find any compilation they can find of how bad Gyökeres has been, but they won't do the same for other strikers. They're gonna cry in a time like, "Oh, we're finished. We're never gonna go anywhere." Like I've already seen. All bullshit, man. Twitter's a bunch of little imbeciles, mate. I swear down. Sometimes I have to question if he's not even support Man United.
No, but it's normal when it's Man United, though. Like even rivals do it. Oh, like Liverpool are getting it now, and they're all crying about it. Oh, Verts is apparently overrated. We get that every time we sign a player. I said it when we signed when Boymu chose Man United, they go, "Oh yes, because of money." They couldn't be because of Man United.
I'm walking backwards behind.
And Gyökeres is going to be the same. Gyökeres is going to be always Farmers League or some.
We're the biggest club, man. Like there's a show that I do in the football locker room. It's like off the perch, and it's Liverpool's titles with ours. and it's just battling that. But bro, we're still the biggest club, man. Even finishing 15th or whatever it is, we're still the biggest.
We're the biggest club in the world, mate.
No, bro, it's one of them ones.
I don't. That whole gimmick is great and all, but I just want to fucking win, mate. How about winning the pitch?
I agree.
How about acting like the biggest club in the world for fuck's
Yeah, that's
sake?
what I'm saying. But in terms of we are the biggest club in the world. Like we're the most spoken club on the planet.
Yeah, easily.
It's still a little bit of an attractive place to come, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not going to last that long.
No.
If we keep going down the route we're going. What's it called, people? There's over 300 of you in here. Please, if you ain't done so yet, over 2,000 of you have passed through today, and there's only 114 likes, meaning a lot of you are absolute bums.
Get the likes up, man.
So get the likes up if you don't mind. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, man. I need to go sleep, blood. Just gonna go over to touchline facts. Let's go castrate it up. Big up to everyone. Go find their channels here. If not, it's gonna go on to the next stream anyway. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Probably the bit of the same news. Probably more Gyökeres to Arsenal news. So we'll see in a bit.